3 to 0.5.
Yeah. I doubt he'll open up to me if I catch him off guard. If anything, he'll most likely be irritated I was interrupting him. Stifling a heavy sigh, I take one last look at Rod and Garland before making my way back to the palace. I haven't confronted Rod about what I saw in the forest yesterday. When we met later that day, he was so tired that he immediately retreated to his room after dinner. After we had breakfast this morning, I asked him about his fatigue, but he said nothing about the practice. The only thing he said to me was, "I'll explain everything soon, I promise." Why does he not want me to know? I really wanted to confront him about it, but such confrontations rarely end well for either of us.
Lucette, focus.
Dolores' words jolt me from my musings. Sorry. Today, Delora is teaching me fire magic. I've only learned how to use ice and electricity so far. Since this is our first lesson, Delora has assigned me reading before we actually start practicing. I'm doing my best to concentrate on the words, but my mind constantly drifts to Rod. Delora flicks my forehead. I flinch and glare up at her. What was that for?
Do you even understand what you're reading?
Of course.
Really? Because you've been staring at the same page for half an hour.
What? I glance at the book and am horrified to see I'm still on the same page.
Let me guess. You have a certain grumpy boy on your mind? Hey, no ice in the classroom.
I pull back from the table when I realize there is frost creeping up at the edges. I close my eyes and take a few deep breaths to calm myself. When I open them again, the frost is gone.
No
That's
ice in the
bad,
classroom.
He's keeping secrets.
Sounds like a pride thing.
Pride. Delora grins.
Rod has always been prideful, hasn't he?
She sighs.
Men, they can be so difficult.
You sound as if you speak from experience.
Believe it or not, I did have a husband once.
Oh no, that's right. She doesn't know. She doesn't know in this line.
Well, they don't even mention her daughter either, and she's never mentioned her husband in the last game. Her expression dampens.
You can kind of assume.
There we go.
And a daughter.
You don't need a husband to have a daughter. You
Alright, you got me wrong.
did?
Years ago, my husband was a human. He died many years ago. My little Laura.
She shakes her head. Her voice is a whisper thin when she continues.
Let's just say, both of them are in a better place now.
I never knew Delora had a family. Delora, I'm so sorry. Unexpectedly, Delora flicks my forehead again. What did I do?
I'd rather see you annoyed than sad. Melancholy doesn't suit you, princess. Anyway, enough about me. We were talking about your relationship.
She crosses her arms.
Personally, I don't think it's worth worrying yourself over this. If Rod is so stubborn, let him stress himself out.
But I worry about him pushing himself to the brink. Laura snorts.
Take it from me. There's only so much stress a body can handle before it shuts down. If Rod needs the rest, he'll have no choice but to succumb to his exhaustion.
That sounds awfully ominous. Laura shrugs.
You've fallen asleep during your lessons plenty of times because you've overworked yourself. I swear, you two really are the same.
Delora grins.
Anyway, all relationships have their obstacles. You'll get past this.
I turn back to my book with a groan. But though I try my best to resume studying, it's useless. My thoughts are much too scattered. In the end, Delora leaves early, telling me she'll return when I'm in a better headspace. Laura's words calm my nerves some, but my agitation still builds throughout the night. I glance at the faintest sparks on my fingertips. I have to close my eyes and breathe to get them to disappear. An idea crosses my mind as I am concentrating. Laura helped dispel some of my worries, if only temporarily. Perhaps it would help to speak to someone else about this. Someone who knows Rod better than me. I feel like Ophelia would be better, because, like, that's his mom.
I don't know.
So I'm leaning towards Ophelia, because she'd be the wise old mom figure.
That's true.
Isn't that awkward, though?
Kinda?
To go ask the guy you're seeing's mom. I don't know.
Like, hey, I'm worried your son's overworking himself. Because, like, I don't know. Emily could be a good idea, but how she hesitates with some things, I'm not really sure. Which is why I'm thinking Ophelia.
Yeah. I see it.
Given how Emmeline and Rod have been so close, I actually kind of want to say Emmeline.
Which also makes sense. Like, there's equal enough logical reasoning behind it both. I'm still leaning Ophelia.
Oh no.
Is Dylan back yet?
Nope.
Which one were you leaning towards, Abby?
I was thinking Emmeline at first, but you make a good point that she might not be great at it.
God damn it, Dylan. Where are you when we need you? Oh, he says Ophelia too. Okay.
Do Ophelia then.
Alright. Ah! That window. Alright. I find Ophelia in the dining hall, seated in front of two maids holding up cloth samples. Good evening, Ophelia. Her expression brightens when she sees me.
Oh, lovely. I could really use your help, dear.
She gestures to the samples.
Which color should we use for the ball? White with gold trimmings or velvet with blue?
Ooh.
My eyes merely settle on the white. The material is brighter, more eye-catching. White.
White with gold trimmings it is.
The maids bow before leaving the room.
Now that that's done with, I need to make sure there are enough lilies for the festivities.
Right, I keep forgetting the ball is in 2 weeks. Ophelia looks up.
I'm assuming you did not come here to help me plan. What can I do for you, Lucette?
She gestures to a chair in front of her, and I sit with a sigh. It's about Rod.
Let me guess. Secrets?
I blink. So you know.
I'm his mother. I always know. Do you know he's actually opened up in recent years? He used to be much quieter.
It is at times like this I recall the kind of person he was when he was cursed. Even then he was keeping secrets, dangerous secrets, from me. He always talked down his own discomfort to put those he loves first. Ophelia laughs.
I know it still seems like he's a closed book, but this is the way he's been for a long time. He's always been fiercely independent, and so determined he'll take on burdens without thought to how his well-being will impact others. You often have to read in between the lines with him to figure out how he's feeling.
Maybe I need more practice on reading him then, because right now I'm frustrated I can't even get him to open up to me. Ophelia grasps my hand and gives it a gentle squeeze.
Rod never keeps secrets that would harm those he loves.
But he has no qualms about keeping secrets that harm him. Besides, he promised not to keep secrets anymore. Ophelia shakes her head.
Perhaps he thinks he is keeping his promise. Maybe he feels this secret is different from the rest. I understand your frustration, Lucette, but I believe if anyone can convince him to speak about things, it's you.
I've tried multiple times.
I think you underestimate yourself. The old Rod would never have told anyone about his wish, but he told you because he wants all of us to trust him. Have you tried telling him how this is making you feel? We all know Rod can be self-absorbed when he's trying to do the right thing.
I told him I'm worried about him.
But what about you? How do you feel?
I pause. Back when I was searching for Rod, I resolved to frame this issue around me rather than him. But I've not thought about my feelings, only my concern for him.
Relationships are give and take, Lucette. Thinking about how this impacts you isn't selfish. It's a necessary conversation.
It's as if she reads the thoughts right from my mind. Then I will try again. Thank you, Ophelia.
Of course. You know I'm always here for you, Lucette. Everything will be resolved soon. You'll see.
I hope so. The next day, I'm on my way to my room for a magic lesson with Delora when I see a familiar faces approaching from the other side of the corridor. Honestly, I feel like I hear a new piece of gossip every hour.
Nice. Isn't that the way it's always been right before a ball?
All anyone whispers about our secret courtships. It's ridiculous. Garland laughs.
Well, the nobles need something to talk about. Oh,
He smiles when he notices me walking towards them. The two knights bow.
greetings, Your Highness.
Good morning, Your Highness. Jurian and Garland, only distrusted by the knights, regained their titles years ago. Or rather, they were promoted. Jurian is now the High Commander of the Order of Caldera, the first woman to ever receive the title. It wasn't long before she made Garland her second command. We're worried we couldn't accept... We're sorry we couldn't accept the marching invitation.
We were really looking forward to it, but that day just so happened to be the first day of training for new recruits. Jurian was annoyed and,
He smiles.
well, suffice it to say that she made the new recruits work extra hard.
Jurian huffs out a sigh. You know that's not the reason I pushed them so hard. It's an effort to keep my lips from curling into a smile when I see the flush in Jurian's cheeks. Garland coughs.
Anyway, next time we'll definitely come by and visit.
I'm sure everyone will love that. It seems we've been busy every day for... She considers. For forever, actually. Have you at least had enough time off to treat yourself to some nights out? Jurian mumbles something beneath her breath as Garland blushes. This time, I cannot help my smile. I found out the two of them were courting each other about a year ago. I was out in the middle of a midnight stroll when I saw them walking through the gardens, hand in hand.
Well...
He glances at Jurian, who looks moments away from bolting down the corridor. No need for details. I just wanted to make sure you two are doing well. We couldn't be doing better. Right, Lan?
Some extra free time would be nice, but I'll take what we have.
We'll be sure to make the next dinner, Princess. I'll look forward to it.
As will we.
They excuse themselves and I head off to my room.
I love the two of them so much.
Yeah.
Also, welcome back.
Yeah.
I've just pulled down one of the study books from my shelf and a voice causes me to jump in surprise.
Princess.
Aww, just sitting there by himself. The book falls from my hands as I whirl around to my bedside table, where Sebi is, for some reason, sitting. Sebi, how did you get here? I lean down to pick up the book.
I asked Emmeline to bring me here. She was gonna wait around too, but she ended up having to leave early for her lessons. We're sorry for barging into your room without permission.
Why are you in my room in the first place?
I'm here about Rod, of course. He's making a mess of things as usual, so I came to clear things up.
I raise an eyebrow as I seat myself on the bed. I wish you could still read his mind for me.
I don't need to be able to read his mind to know what he's thinking. Rod's always been easy to read for me. That's why he doesn't take me around with him, you know. He knows I can see through him better than anyone else.
Sebi sighs.
It gets lonely in his room.
I feel a soft twinge in my heart. Perhaps Sebi is good at reading others as well, for he speaks up immediately.
It's okay, though. Emmeline lets me ride around on her shoulder sometimes.
So Rod won't take you with him because he's worried you'll reveal his secrets?
More or less.
So, are you here to give away all his secrets then?
No. Promised I wouldn't say anything. So
Sebi-
yes, that is exactly why I'm here.
Sebi laughs when I furrow my eyebrows at him.
Rod is bad at this sort of thing. I came to tell you he's not keeping a secret from you, Princess. He's trying to surprise you.
Surprise.
Still, Emmeline's been telling me he's really pushing himself.
He is. That's the reason I've been so concerned. Really no.
I wasn't ready for that. Princess, let me tell you something about Rod. He's an idiot. He may seem quiet on the outside, but inside, his mind is so loud. He thinks about so many things all the time. He worries and he stresses and overthinks everything. Honestly, it's amazing he keeps it all to himself. Back when I could read his mind, I didn't just read his thoughts, though. I saw into his dreams sometimes, too. Old, faded memories that made everything make more sense.
Memories of what?
Let me remember.
The toy is quiet for a few moments. Even though Sebi cannot alter his expression, I imagine his face is scrunched up with concentration, and then...
Rod's father died of some incurable illness when Rod was only 8. Rod barely remembers him. But you know what he does remember? His father's final words. Take care of your mother and sister for me. He takes that promise seriously. Maybe too seriously. That's probably part of the reason that Rod is the way he is. Why he's taken on so much responsibility and kept his worries to himself since he was young. He always thinks he needs to be better. No, the best for his family. And I know he feels the same way about your relationship.
But he doesn't need to be that way for me. I already love him the way he is.
Getting life advice from a stuffed animal.
Sebi says.
But Rod doesn't think that way. He holds himself to higher expectations. He always has. And I think he always will. He wants to be the most mature, the most responsible, the most dependable person he can possibly be. Like an idiot. That's why he works himself so hard. That's why he sacrifices so much. I would tell you more, but Rod would rip my fluffy head off if he finds out I'm in your room.
More like pinch him. You've told me enough, Sebby.
Could be both. Glad to help, Princess. That guy still can't do anything without me. God damn it.
I laugh. He really is troublesome, isn't he?
Agreed.
Sebby sighs.
Anyway, I should get back to Rod's room before he returns. Hopefully Emmeline comes back soon to... Oh, that must be her.
Nope. I
Oh,
head over
shit!
to the door and I expect to see Emmeline on the other side, and I'm surprised when I see Rod instead. Rod?
Oh shit.
Hello? Can we talk?
Ah. I step to the side, using my body to hide Sebby from view. Let's talk somewhere else. Rod raises an eyebrow.
Wait, why not just your room?
I like a change of scenery. I've been stuck here studying potion books all day. Rod looks at me quizzically. Then, before I can stop him, he leans past my shoulder to peek inside. His eyes widen.
Debbie?
Oh, hi Rod. Busted.
Sebby was...
There's only one reason he'd be here.
I was just trying to fix your mistakes. Again.
Rod sighs deeply.
I know.
Rod grasps my hand and pulls me away from the door.
Let's go.
Wait, where are we?
I'd rather talk to you without a certain nosy plush in the picture.
He leads me to the throne room, which is empty
have
at
a
this time
name.
of the day. He closes the door behind him, then turns to me with a sigh.
So, how much did Sebby tell you?
Enough, I think.
Said I'm sorry.
Before I can react, Rod wraps his arms around me from behind. I'm shocked when he rests his chin on my shoulder. Shocked and then relieved. It's so nice to feel his touch again, but I've missed it so much. I missed you, Rod.
I missed you too.
I shiver at Rod's warmth beneath my ear.
I spoke to the king today.
With Father?
Yes. I asked him for advice.
How appropriate that I went to Ophelia with the same request today.
To my mother. What did she say?
That I need to be clear about my feelings.
Ah, King said something similar. Oh, what a fucking surprise. He told me I should be more honest. That there's no point in secrecy if it's led to mistrust. I've been so accustomed to keeping secrets for so long that I think I've forgotten how to tell the truth the right way.
That picture of him is so awkward.
A little bit, yeah.
He literally looks like the guy that like wouldn't be her boyfriend, so that's just his raised corpse because she's a witch. He literally
What?
looks dead. He looks dead. Look at him.
I was thinking something else, but okay.
Literally looks like her raised corpse, like the corpse she raised.
I can't unsee it, and it hurts.
You're
I
welcome.
mean, to be fair, he has been pushing himself hard, so he might as well just be a walking zombie at this point.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Secrets are comfortable. They're, well, keeping a secret makes me feel safe. There are less expectations, less disappointment. You keep things from people. All I want is to make you proud of me. Everything I've done to make your life better, to make our life better. All these things I'm keeping from you, I promise I have never kept them from you because I don't trust you. I just don't want you to worry about me. And yet I've made it worse.
That's impossible, Rod.
I'm realizing that now. The way I've been acting is selfish. King made me see that.
I step out of Rod's embrace, but I can cup his cheek. It's not it's not selfish as much as selfless, I think. All you ever think about is how you make things easier for me. You have to think about you gotta think about taking care of yourself too.
No. You've told me countless times I don't need to prove myself to be worthy of you. But
you're not proud of yourself. All this time, it was so simple. Keep telling Rod he was good enough, but that means nothing if Rod doesn't believe it himself. Rod looks at me, surprised. Then he smiles, a sad smile.
you're right. But it's not just about that. Always wanted to be the best I could be for you because you're you.
He gestures at me.
You're going to be the Queen of Angiel. You're the Tenenbaum bearer. You worked so hard to be where you are. It's only fair I match your efforts. I made myself a prince to be worthy of Viorica, but it didn't matter. Because that was never who I was meant to be. But this,
He grasps my hand.
I wanted to build this reputation for myself. This time I wanted magic to give me a clean slate, not an advantage.
And the secrets?
I really did want to surprise you. I don't mind running myself dry if it means improving, especially in a short run. This is nothing, Lucette.
I wonder if this is a surprise Sabe was referring to, or if there's more to it than the secret sword practices. Rod groans.
In the end, the way I handled all of this was very childish. I acknowledge that.
I think that's the most mature thing you've said all night. Rod flushes, but before I can say anything, I rise up to the tips of my toes and plant a kiss on his cheek. I'm sorry too. I wish we could have had this conversation earlier. But Rod, I hope you know that I'm proud of you. You're the hardest working person I've ever met. I didn't fall in love with you for your accomplishments. I fell in love with you because of who you are. Rod lets out a deep breath. He suddenly looks relaxed, at peace. I wrap my arms around him and lean into his chest. Let's try this again. No more secrets? Rod presses a kiss to my forehead.
No more secrets.
He pauses.
But surprises.
Are okay, but you're not allowed to run yourself down to the point of exhaustion. Understood? Rod laughs against my hair.
Fair enough.
He tilts his chin up, and the two of us share another kiss in the quiet of the throne room. Chapter 4.
Right, getting at that time. You.
Right on
Yeah.
that.
Perfect timing.
Now we
Yeah.
gotta save. Poop.
I apologize for being gone for literally all of it.
Eh.
My internet went down too for a hot minute, so I was also gone for a tiny bit.
Yeah, and thankfully we didn't have any Abby parts during that moment your internet was down.
I had to work at 11 o'clock at night my time.
Ah.
Huh.
You had someone come in.
All of this, and yet my internet kind of got upgraded.
I was
So-
worried I'd have to cancel the stream again because my internet. What the fuck? I just noticed that edit you posted. Because my internet was like behaving, not so great earlier, and I was like, oh no.
Right.
But it's fine
I'm
now.
actually a little sad. We missed someone in chat today. There was no Connor.
Yeah, he might have been
Weird.
at work. But anyways,
I think he is.
for people still viewing, thank you for watching. next stream. I don't know when it's gonna happen. My schedule's kind of everywhere at this point, and every time I plan on a stream, it's not on a Friday. I end up having to cancel it because something else comes up. But anyways, we'll see you next stream, Friday if not sooner. Have a good day.